Hello, sweet souls. I'm sitting underneath my favorite meditation tree here at the park on my way home from a full day focused, intention set on moving along the path. This crazy world we're in. The intensity is like on super drive. I'm still standing. Yeah. Well, I'm actually sitting, which is a great idea. A great idea to sit underneath a tree and to feel nature holding me, to take a pleasure pause. There's so much pleasure in nature. I can hear some of you saying, it's itchy and the bugs bite. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. But there is so much pleasure in the speed and the messages that come through the elements. If we just listen to the wind and see the light that's coming through with messages on the light. There's messages in the light. There's messages in the wind. There's messages in this ground. Put my hands on the ground. It's so good to sit for just a few minutes on the ground every day. It's been so hot here. I haven't been able to do the walks the last, so many weeks. But now that it's cooling off, I'm back out here because it is medicine to connect in with nature. And even just 5 minutes of sitting under this tree and listening, the first thing I do is I really just connect into the earth at my root, and then I go up the energy elevator and I go up through my crown and I connect to the highest aspects of my own self and soul, and then to the soul collective, where me becomes we. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but one of the messages that was coming through for me is that we are now connecting into so many of the hearts that we're meant to work with in our lifetimes in ways that we haven't yet. Like there's been an acceleration that's here to bring together those who are like-minded and like-missioned. And I really am just continuing to see that we're not meant to go it alone, and we're meant to work together to create this new reality. We're rebuilding, and it's, there's this point whenever you're like rearranging a room where everything gets really messy. And I sometimes in that moment think, why did I do this? Is this really worth it? Like I could have just left everything the way it was. But everything the way it was getting musty, and it was just feeling dusty and worn out, and it needed a refresh. But it gets messy sometimes on the way to the refresh. And that is when we must persevere. And it's also sometimes when you call a friend and say, hey, can you help me move this couch to the other side of the room? And we can make something special out of clearing out some things we don't need anymore, bring in some fresh energy, and next thing you know, it feels like a whole new space. Just might take a minute, guys. We got a lot to do here on the planet. But we're doing it. We're rearranging. We're rebuilding. And I believe with all of my heart that what we're creating is more unified, more harmonious, and it is going to allow more of humanity to tune into the higher frequencies, further awaken and connect to really beautiful experiences of living that some people don't even know are available. And we all deserve to live a little more heaven on earth. So I'm here for it. I've been telling a few of my friends, my analogy of late is that it's like we're walking on a tightrope, and it's a pretty good sized rope, but I'm on this tightrope with a plate in each hand, and on those plates I've got some glasses. And on the other side of this cavern that I'm going over, I see some Eden. I see some promised land over there. I really do. But while I'm walking across this tightrope, it feels like there's somebody behind me with a little lighter, and they are torching that rope. So I am moving as fast as I can to get across this rope, this cavern. Thus, oh my God, it's wild. I'm sure you have your own little version of this. We're all upgrading. And here's something else I'll say. It doesn't matter what your version of the tightrope is right now, because everybody's got different things they're here to be initiated through. And I'm sometimes when I hear that you have a lesson to learn, it just really, of course we all have lessons, but we have experiences to have in these bodies. Your body wanted to have a certain kind of experience. This human character that we all are wanted to have a certain kind of experience, and ultimately it's liberating us. But there's some fire to go through to activate that liberation. And there's nothing like being on a tightrope that's about to break, to get you moving in that journey of life. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna make it to the other side. I know I will. And I've got angels all around me too, so if they have to lift me up and over the last little bit, we might be there right now. I've been calling in miracles, and they're coming in, some of them in little ways and some of them in big ways. I believe in miracles. I know them firsthand. What I have experienced in this last 2 years is some of the things that I have taken for granted have become a little more laborious as we move through some of this really dense energy on the planet. It's required me to take it up a notch. My intention and my strength has had to be so much more focused. And the other day I was driving and I was kind of, I was riffing with God, and the message I heard was that it's getting more and more important to be clear and to stay clear on what it is we're creating. There's not as much room to waffle back and forth. It's like the ricochet of those inner choices wobbling is more intense now. We don't have as long for that to play out. It's a quick hit, or it's like a quick spin of the steering wheel. So we really have to keep focused on where we're going with such efficiency. And in that, there is a miracle. There is a miracle waiting to happen. Happening now, really. Happening now. I edit that because you can feel that. You can feel that place where it lands in the future, but the future's now. So in feeling that future moment, it becomes more a part of right now. I don't need to see it with my eyes. I can feel it, which makes it ever more available in real life. All right, I don't know that I'm making much sense anymore, and I gotta get home. I got a few more things I want to do today, but this little pleasure pause, this little visit with Mama Nature has made my heart happy, and I hope your heart's happy right now. If you need a little boost, put your hand on your heart and just rub that little spot right there. Yeah, it's an in you love. Take good care of you. Yeah, I know there's little gnats and things out here for sure, but it's still so good to sit on Mama Earth and receive some wisdom and connect with one another. I love you. Bye.